spring cow group is still all black, but our fall cow group now has quite a bit of color in it. There's a few white faces in here, like 3. We are gonna preg check today. That's supposed to be here in less than 30 minutes, so we're making sure they're out of the pen and ready.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the 3 Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
Okay, we had 1 cow we're gonna cull, so Dad took the ones to put back in the pen. This one I'm gonna put in the heifer pen. We had a 96% breed up rate on the cows, but on the heifers, they just had their first calf, so they're coming 3-year-olds. We only had a 75% breed up. Well, there was only 4 of them, so there was 1 open, but that's 25% of that age. So I'm gonna run that young one with the fall group and get it bred. So it'll be moved back 6 months, but we'll keep it around. So we'll let that cow gain some weight. These calves were a little slower to be satisfied after weaning this year compared to normal, but by day 3 they were slicking their bunk and they're up to like 18 pounds a day now. Well, we were supposed to start kind of between 10:45 and 11, but we got chores done a little early. I called the vet, he could come early. So I finished pregging them and feeding them before the time we were gonna start. So I get to go bail now.
All right, Friday morning, back at it. Mom and I have been hauling in some semi-loads this morning. Everything's hauled in now. I'm about to hop in this other combine. Got a wedding at my place this weekend, so I was doing some of that this morning too.
Right now. How much a grain cart?
Well, this part of the field got eaten alive by chinch bugs, so not very good. Still got to cut it. That part of the field did actually pretty good, so it's going to average out. All right, this field is finished up. Gonna head to the next. These moths have been terrible this year. I don't know if you can see them swarming around me, but they're on my face, crawling on my shirt. All right, we're doing something kind of funny. We had the corn head over here from corn harvest, and we had just kind of left it in the field, but we're gonna take it with us on our way to the next milo field so that we have it for one more cornfield that we've got for the neighbor, a double crop cornfield. Hey look, a combine with the corn head. Wait a second.
Made 76 bales in basically like an hour and a half. Changed the net wrap, but I can't grease because all the grease gun stuff's with the combine, so I guess I'm relegated to the hand one. Side by side. This is heavy stuff. All right, Dad's on empty, so I'm backing the fuel trailer up to him. Well, gonna be a while till I can find these to count them again. They're way spread out on these 73 acres. I didn't have time to get it fenced really to rotationally graze it, but I do have my paths done so that I can drive it. Happy cattle on new forage.
Last night we made it to our later planted milo. Is also a different variety, probably a few days longer. Anyways, it's not dry yet, which is fine. We'll probably end up trying the beans again this afternoon. We're gonna try to get the wheat drilling started, try to get fertilizer. It is Saturday, but they should be there, and be able to hammer that out next week, as well as hopefully finish the full season beans.
Okay, I'm over here baling, a lot of bales. That's them, Dust over there, the dog are out. Cutting beans, they about have a truck ready for me to take, so. I am going to do a few more bales here. Once I get to the end of this pass right there in the middle, I'm going to go get that truck. Well, the pivot corners are a little green, but the out in the middle is dry. It's like 9% beans basically out there, the driest parts. They got this semi loaded and ready for me. Waiting on trucks. You must have some yield out there. There's a lot of corn trucks in here. This is the line for beans, I think.
Alright, these beans have dried down a lot since, what was it, Thursday or Wednesday? This is a different field than where we had got into some wet ones, but this is our big field that was supposed to be irrigated. We did pump a little on that half, and there's still a little green. It's a nice laying field. This is also where it was half a cover crop and half not. Side without a cover crop is doing awfully good. Like I've been saying, you feel that difference in the 10 inches of rain we're supposed to get, and we didn't. I don't know if you could hear Greg on the radio, but he was mowing for his wedding venue this morning and lost his phone, and he doesn't know if he ran over it or what, but he couldn't find it anywhere. So he says, I'm in charge of vlogging. Rough day for Greg. No phone.
Well, Greg took that load, and I was back in time with the Sterling in order to get both of their dumps. They're both pretty full, but then that means the Sterling will be over 2/3 full. So the combines are definitely keeping the trucks busy today. Okay, I made it over to run the pivot. So this pivot didn't do a whole lot of watering of these beans, but it seems to have made a difference. They say they're pretty good. Okay, just finished unloading, which technically I'm loading. He's unloading, but I'll wait here for my dad coming around the corner somewhere back there.
Well, it's Monday morning and I'm hauling a load of soybeans into the elevator that we cut on Saturday night. Ran out of dry soybeans to cut on Saturday. Also, I hope Nathan and Kendall vlog, because I lost my phone for a good portion of Saturday. Could not find it anywhere. Eventually found it. I'd been mowing the lawn that morning at home and had lost it, and the battery was died, and so we finally found it. So I'm back in business today, but that was a nice phone fast for me on Saturday. Honestly though, probably more stressful than it was relaxing, because during harvest you just use your cell phone all the time. It's hard to not have your phone. I did have our Midland radios, so I could communicate with Dad and my brothers, but with anybody else, wasn't able to do so. So that was kind of stressful. But I'm glad to have my phone back. Hopefully do some more filming for you today. And like I said, hopefully Nathan and Kendall film for you on Saturday.
Well, Greg found his phone Saturday night, so that's good. But I did not vlog very well like I was supposed to. Kendall might have vlogged some more. We got basically all the dry beans cut. Now we will be focusing on wheat. We cut like half a semi load, so we're gonna try to fill one more semi over on this home place field, but then the rest are just gonna have to wait. They were like 18-20%. The beans did some weird things this year. Some dried up really early, and then some kind of got delayed, and then when it rained in August they kind of are staying green longer. But hopefully that means they're gonna yield more than they would have. Although like the best yielding beans I think we've basically cut all of now. Dad's pulling up the first trailer of seed wheat. We're gonna get the drill loaded and hopefully get it running this morning, and hopefully keep it running for pretty long hours the next few days. We got a lot of ground that's open and ready to cover. It's definitely time to focus on that. There's lots of wheat around that's already up even. The triticale I drilled last week, whenever or whatever day that was. It's up and looks good. It's been pretty hot, so it hardly feels like wheat drilling weather, but now, like this morning, it's cool again, and the forecast doesn't have, I don't think, any 90-degree days, so feels more like wheat drilling weather. This is the our GPS globe from our planter tractor. We paid for a higher accuracy subscription for this globe this spring, and we got a whole year subscription. So I am going to switch it with the drill tractor because we're not really using it on this tractor right now. We might like spread some manure or something, but we don't need high accuracy for that. So I'm gonna switch it with the drill so then we get better accuracy while we're drilling this fall. Basically our other ones are just on WAS, and this is like sub probably 6-inch accuracy. Well, maybe sub 4-inch accuracy. The WAS is like, well, it's accurate pass to pass, but like if you stop over lunch or stop for a day and come back, it might be off like even a couple feet. You usually can notice it and just nudge it over, and it's worked really good for a long time for us. But this will be even more accurate.
Sorting some cattle today instead of soybean harvest because we ran out of dry soybeans to harvest, so taking a break. Nathan's planting wheat.
All right, we're doing it. Starting on some wheat on wheat ground. Oh, it's gonna be hard to see through that window. I tried to wash off this window, but then I left before it dried, so I think it's just a whole bunch of dust stuck on it. We got some moisture still here, so that's good. We got a lot of wheat ground in front of us since we've already cut so many beans. It's one thing about having an early harvest, plenty of places to start drilling. All right, first 55-acre field done. There goes the school bus. Done with that. Good start. Fold them up, move them out.
All right, I switched Nathan off in the air seeder, drilling wheat right here in front of the home place, farmstead here. Watching Kendall do his chores over there, feeding the cattle. Nathan's gonna go spray. I think that's him over there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's gonna go spray this evening. That's why I switched him off. There's the cattle grazing over here. All right, pulling into the yard to fill with some more seed and fertilizer. Don't mess up. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Nailed it. All right. Nice backdrop as we transport to the next field. I'm gonna drill a little after dark, and then I'll probably go home at a respectable hour.
There goes Greg on the night shift. I don't know how long he's planning to drill. It's not a real huge rush, but I'll go in the morning.
All right, Tuesday morning, riding with the little man. Hi, Steele. Steele's helping me farm this morning. We're drilling some more wheat. Second day in a row. Yesterday we got about 100 acres done, and today we've already got 40 done. We're here at the end of the morning, and Brookanna, my wife, had to take Brighton to a thing this morning, and I said, hey, I'm going to be sitting in the air seeder all morning, so I can take Steely Boy. So I got to have Steele for the morning, and he's just been having a grand old time out here. We're just farming together, aren't we? It's been pretty fun, pretty easy. I get to just hang out with him, got auto steer, got nice long rows. It's been fun.
Well, 15 minutes later. He gone.
And that was the end of that. Literally, the first series of that game, it was over because you knew that Colorado could not block those 4 guys no matter what. Now, is King.
All right, Brookanna came and got steel, brought me some pizza for lunch. Over half done with this field. I always love the view from up here on the hill. You can see all the way to my house from here, right to the left of that hill. That's over 12 miles away from here, so it's pretty cool to look across the Smoky Valley, see all the trees and the farmland, and sometimes in the middle of harvest you can look out across that view and see the dust from all the different pieces of equipment. You can see I've worked my way, I started over there and I've worked my way across here. Half the field done, not quite. Wrapped up the field here, folding up, gonna go fill with seed and fertilizer for the next field.
I'm getting a little Roundup spray to clear up some cheat and volunteer, mostly cheat. There's some Kansas wheat farming for you. Big old quarter of wheat. On a mud road. Dirt road. Hasn't been mud very often recently.
We got to get these calves out of the pen. We're going to get their moms over there hauled off to the corn stalks that Dad and I just fenced yesterday, either this afternoon or tomorrow. And then these ones will get bumped into a bigger pen. They'll get split, heifers and steers. They look like they've been weaned for a lot longer than they have. They've already got little guts on them. Well, my dad and I are getting pretty caught up with some cattle stuff, so I made it actually into the tractor for drilling wheat. Nathan needed a lunch break, so I traded him off. Okay, really hard to see, but getting pretty low. My reflection is causing a problem there. Well, this might be my last pass. I think I'm gonna run out before I get to the end. Okay, we are unhooking the baler. I'm gonna roll some corn with the M7, and I'm gonna hook it back onto the swather. My dad hooked on the dolly to move a load of bales home before grinding. All the semis are hooked onto grain trailers, as you can see. So he's just going to move some of the tractor.
All right, I had Brighton ride with me for a while, and then Brookanna brought me some dinner, supper, whatever you call it. And I'm gonna finish the rest of this field, go home for the night, but it'll probably be after dark by the time I get finished. Got a couple hours left. Gonna enjoy this nice sunset though. So Brookanna brought me some wings and some veggies and some homemade cookies. That's pretty good.
Come on. Got a red on the tail end. There's the wax today. A few Charolais. Next set that's got to get off. Okay, we got a new calf. It's 1 day old. I would say a few hours old. Number 507. Good job, cow. Okay, bringing the spring cows out of the pen. They're headed to Grazing corn stalks. Horse! Horse! Spring cows on corn stalks when they have no calf is one of the best hacks of Kansas farming and ranching. They take very little maintenance and therefore less cost for several months.
All right, time to take the cows over to my house to graze on corn stalks.
Going to yellower pastures.
Corn stalks aren't really yellow, they're brown.
Oh, FFA is
gold,
gold, right? It's like
oh, gold. Gold is accurate. Gold, more accurate than yellow. All right, we've got them loaded. We're heading out. With the panels, with the loading chute. That way we can unload the pot at my house. There's Dad swathing some milo stalks with the M7 and DMC. Since we cut the milo so green this year, we're going to hay some of it. Some years we'll chop it for silage, the milo stubble, but we have got plenty of silage this year, and we're a little short on hay. So we're going to hay it, and it'll be some good feed for the cattle. And that's one of the advantages of milo, is that it's got plenty of residue after you harvest the heads. Similar to corn, but in this case the stubble's actually still green, and so it makes pretty good feed that way. All right, we made it over to my house. We got the panel trailer unhooked there to unload. Nathan's backing up the pot. We've got 28 cows on here. There's an upper level and then a lower level and then a front and a back compartment. So we got 10 on the top, 10 on the bottom, 4 in the front, 4 in the back. And Nathan's gonna back it up to here. We're gonna let them out. Are they going potty out the sides of the truck? Yeah. It's like it's raining.
Yeah. Back up to the
chute.
Yeah!
You found a corn cob?
We've got all the open ground here around the home place drilled. Just got our delivery of certified seed wheat. So this is what we'll drill to save back for seed in 2020, well, for the 2026 crop. So we'll drill it on a piece of ground we know is clean of cheat and rye or other weeds, as clean as we can. When we harvest it, we get it cleaned by a seed cleaner, but obviously you want as high quality of a product as possible. We also get this seed treated, kind of like soybean seed. I believe it's a fungicide and an insecticide. All of the wheat we save back ourselves. We don't treat, we just drill it how it is after we clean it to keep our costs down. And as long as we have moisture or enough population out there, we feel like we get a good enough stand to put us in a good place for next year. So the seed wheat we do treat just to, try to have the best chance for a good seed wheat crop for next year.
I was feeling pretty hungry. Took a look around in the cab. I found this snack. I don't know how long it's been in here, but I don't think I'm that hungry. There's some sort of cookie and some sort of trail mix. I'm nearing the end of this field. This is the field next to the pumpkin patch, so I've seen several people walking out through the pumpkins. Grilling wheat next to the pumpkin patch. A lot of nice pumpkins out there. It's gonna take a rain to sprout this wheat. Get excited. Pray for rain. Got in a group of, well, there's 31 heifers and the rest are steers. They're always a little jumpy when they first get off the truck because they've been handled more than ever in their life. Oh, there's one red one the last 2 days. They're used to being out of pasture or in a pen. Maybe some of them will see, humans to feed them. And then all of a sudden they find themselves in alleyways being sorted by size, then loaded onto a truck to get there, sorted, put in front of a ring, and then sorted and put on a truck again. And now they get to just lay down calmly, eat, go back to their normal life. They will not go on a truck for another 3 months. So those ones over there, they have like over a 60-day weaning. So we separated off those biggest, heaviest 22 steers. And then this is where the pen of 31 heifers and the rest of the steers are.
Another day, another load of wheat. Okay, we got done with the wheat after wheat. Anyways, what we have left now is all the wheat after beans, which is a majority of the acres. So I just started here, and it looks like it's going in pretty nice. There's not plentiful moisture, but it looks like we got some moisture down there. It's about 1.5 to 2 inches deep is where I'm trying to put it, and I think that'll come up. So that 2-inch rain we had at the end of these beans life cycle, really I think helped us. I think some of the beans that stayed green longer maybe used more of that up, and we might not have any moisture there. But this field, at least down in this low part, otherwise we'll be waiting for a rain. They say it's going to be dry for a while, but I like how this looks. I like how these new coulters are working, slicing through everything. Got that GPS on point. So, looks good. A bull and a cat. It's lunchtime, and I am out of fertilizer. So I'm walking back to my parents' house, gonna get a ride back up to the home place. I think Kendall will actually bring down the fertilizer. Keep drilling.
Fencing. We'll move the cattle to the next paddock here.
All right, those 15 pair are gonna have the rest of this strip. This cross fence is still there, but there's a gap in the fence down there for them to walk through. This is what they've eaten so far. Not 100% gone, but I wanted to get them access to the next one before the weekend. The jury is still out on whether I get a water set up on that far end so that they don't have to trail half a mile from one end to the other. It would save on, a little compaction. They'd make a few less trails, but it's not the highest priority in the middle of harvest. But if I could get it done before the milo and beans are ready again, I'd like to. Taking the heifers that are almost ready to breed, so they will see the bull in about a month. They'll be nice and fleshy and ready to breed. We are probably gonna see a freeze before the bull is ready to turn out, and so we'll have to adjust some things for that. They got good eating now. They like to eat this regrowth on the swathed pads first. Kind of annoying. It's nice to swat the pads so they can see the fence a little better. Nathan's down there pitching hay. Got a nice set of calves in. 2 colored out of 67.
Turn left.
Turn.
Yeah, that's good. People like to go in circles.
Yeah. She hasn't really figured out how to turn while she's going.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
in her general direction.
He outgrew his other one. Thank you. Thanks, Dad. Oh, it's all down. He's right here. Steal. Steal. Owen. Ada, up here.
Are you guys hiding?
Okay, that's so far.
Are you in the house?
Give it to my family. Here you go.
Oh, don't break the plastic. Just share. Just share.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.